Welcome everyone to today's webinar. Today we are going to talk about MediCRM. As you already know, I see lots of people that they joined this session. It's awesome. Thank you very much. If you have any questions during the webinar, please post it in the chat below and I will read those questions every time that I'm finishing a section and I will answer your questions. Let's begin this webinar with the system itself. We created this system based on pain. We have lots of medical doctors, plastic surgeons, medispas that they have few common problems. Problem number one, the doctors are always, with patients in the surgery room, consulting. They have no time to manage the business. It's a huge problem. And they're relying on other people and they always feel lost. They feel that something is off and they need a tool to understand what's going on. Problem number one. Problem number two, they're spending lots of money on advertisement and they don't know how much money is being earned per campaign. They know the leads, time on page, all the great stuff that the marketers are giving them, but not the only important aspect. And this is how much money I earn on every dollar I spend. Right? Very basic correlation, and it's missing. And the third one is processes. There are no processes around when, for example, a new prospective patients come from the website. How do we deal with them? How fast the team is responding to those leads? How fast there is the first phone call? What's going on with people? Are we dropping the ball on leads and obviously losing them? Do we have people waiting for surgery or waiting for operations or waiting for service and we're not doing it properly? And those are the things that clinics and practices lose money all the time. And this is why this system was created. It actually was designed and created by plastic surgeons for plastic surgeons. We were there just to facilitate and create the system. Let's start with a view. So this is the home page of MediCRM. And that will be a view, in this case, for a practice manager. Every role in the company will have a different view. And this is for the practice manager. The idea is that whenever you are looking at the home page, you have a very quick understanding of where you are and what you need to do. As an example, the top area will include the follow-ups. All the people that I'm supposed to follow up with. On the bottom, I will have the client relationship. All the people that you see there on this list are people that I didn't connect with for at least 6 months. Those are my clients under my name, and I didn't do my job properly and I didn't keep connection with them. Because obviously, if you will keep connection, they will buy more and more from you. If you lose the connection, someone else will steal them from you. And those are the people. And I have also here different graphics and different analytics and reports that represent what's going on in my business. Okay. So let's go over about some questions. There is a question about the follow-ups. How do I know that my team is following up with the patients? Okay. So I assume that you mean this area. Those views will include only the people that's supposed to be contacted today or in the past. So here, for example, you will see that the next follow-up was September 21st, let's assume today, and September 20th, the 6th, and the 1st, which I missed in the past. I just did a bad job as a practice manager. This is why they are here. If, for example, I have a next follow-up for the future, someone is, talking to me and is saying, I'm going to Miami for 2 weeks, call me in 2 weeks. This person will not be here. Only in 2 weeks, he will come to this list. So bottom line, this list will represent what I need to do today. Whenever I will finish all my follow-ups, they automatically will be gone from this list and all I will see here is a white page. On the right side, there will be the opportunities. Prospective patients that I qualified and booked them to consultations. In the opportunities, you will have all the people, all the prospective patients that got converted to a consultation, And then from consultation all the way to a closed won, what we basically call a full process was done to them, they will be here in the opportunity section. Also here, if I will work on all those opportunities, they will be gone from the list. So bottom line, my job as a practice manager in this case, I will have a blank page for the prospective patients and a blank page for the opportunities. As for the client relationship management, if I will send, for example, an email or text message or a phone call or book a meeting with any of those patients, they will automatically be gone from this list. So I know that I did my job with them, okay? It's not something that you're manually supposed to do. This is more of a report that show you the status of those contacts. I see campaigns, 1 second. Okay, so there is a question about the campaigns, what that means. Great question. One of the biggest problems, as I said before, that we hear from a plastic surgeon and medispas is that they're spending lots of money on trying to bring prospective patients, but they are not converting to business. And that's a problem. We had a client, for example, that we worked with. He was spending about $50,000 a month on advertisement, and he just didn't know which campaigns works and which campaign not working. And after installing the system, we were able to see which campaign performing and which not. And it was actually funny. There were just 2 campaigns that cost about $10,000 that brought the majority of the business, the sales, while $40,000 of expense brought almost nothing. It brought many leads, but there were no sales, no conversion to treatments. Okay, so it's people that wasted his time. So obviously, once you see those reports, it's easy. You just put more money in the $10,000 campaigns, shut down the one that are not performing, and now you have a different business, completely different business. So that's the campaign ROI. We have also another representation. Those campaigns are automatically being created by leads that coming from your website, and for each one of those campaigns, there will be a return of investment representation. So we know exactly how much money we earned for the campaign, what's in the pipeline, which means currently they had consultation and we're trying to sell them a service, what's the return of investment. You can have also the cost usually being done manually, but still the cost can be done, populated by the marketing department once a month. And it's very, very nice. It's a very, very good report. Let's see. Can I customize? Yes. Okay. So those reports can be customized, no problem. It's a drag and drop system. You don't need to be a coder to do it, or you can ask us. We also maintain your system and we can do it as well for you. Let's proceed to the prospective patients. In the prospective patients, you will see all the people that you're supposed to connect with, and those will be the prospective patients. On the sales side, we call them leads. We are integrating lots of lead sources with this system. For example, here you can see that I have here about 4 missed calls. So people that called, they are new leads, but I was not able to talk to them. They are in the system. Now I have a way to come back to them and start the connection. I have here people that came as referrals, came from the website chat, people that came from Google AdWords, Facebook ads, requisition forms, and so on. So lots of lead sources can be accepted in the system, and all of them will be in one place. Every prospective patient that comes in will be stamped with the next follow-up, so I know that I need to go back to them. The follow-up reason, it's a reason why I need to connect with this person. Sometimes the system will automatically identify the need and the system will stamp what is the follow-up reason. In this case, for example, it's a new lead that was created. So I need to go back to him. In some cases, for example here, we talk to the patient and she liked to talk to her spouse about this operation as an example. So it's a follow-up required. In some cases, the prospective patients will send us an email, and then the system will say an email was received from ABC, please call her back. So the system can identify text messages, emails, meeting requests. There are different types of automation that are running in the system to notify us when people want us to call them back. The main idea of this entire system is not dropping the ball on anyone. When we are going to the system, there will be two ways that we can see the data. This is one way, okay, so you can see the data in a more graphical way. And another option is to go with the standard view, which is like that. Again, up to you. We can show you each one of the modules that I'm going to show you as a canvas view, which is a nice design, or like that. For now, just for the simplicity, we'll use the standard view. The system supporting lots and lots and lots of features. We have the ability to create notes, and those notes will be stamped of who is the employee that put the notes, when the notes were put in. We have a full communication system that works with SMS, which is fantastic for any clinic and practice. It's amazing. So you can send and receive text messages. Those can be created from templates, or it can be created manually, no problem at all. You can upload attachment to the system. Emails can be integrated with the system, so automatically emails that are being received or sent will be logged automatically in the system. Obviously, you can send emails from the CRM. Those emails can be sent manually, just writing the email, or you can load templates, which are extremely useful, especially when you're dealing with the same questions again and again and again. You will have open activities. Those can be tasks that you're supposed to do, appointments that you're going to have, calls that you had in the past or having. We also have an integration with the phone system that you can have all the calls in the system, and if you want, they can also be recorded. So there is no he said, she said situations. Everything is part of this system. Campaigns we already discussed. You can have add different campaigns. If this lead, for example, came from a campaign that you know, but it was not registered for some reason, you can click here, for example, let's say this was a Facebook campaign, and you can assign it manually. You can have different services that this person is interested in. In this case, it will be Botox and fillers, but if you want more, you can click here, you can assign different services, and they will be added to the system for you. You can have social media integrated with the system, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can have also Facebook campaigns, paid advertisements being synced with the system. You can have different surveys asking your patients, asking them different things, and those responses will come to the system. You can have a full work drive system, which this is like Dropbox. The only difference, it's connected to your system and it's part of the license that you're going to have. Everything is in one space, and you will have 5 terabytes of space as a bare minimum for this specific system. You can have Sales IQ. This is a system that if you go, for example, to one of our sites, you can see that on the right bottom, you will have here a chat. If you click on it, that can be a bot, and based on what you selected, you will get the results. Or it can be a way that you basically want to talk to an agent, and then it will forward you to an agent. So all that is possible using Sales IQ, which is also part of this system. You can have also Zoho signed documents, which means it's like DocuSign. You can send document for signature agreements. Those will be in the system. It's all in one. It's also included in your system. And you can have more things. So all that is part of the system. Whenever the lead comes in, there will be here different buttons that will represent where the lead is right now. Let's go to a new lead. So we will work from the beginning. Let's change it to a standard. Okay. So in this case, when a new lead is being received, the system will give me different options. So I don't need to go to the different fields and start clicking on them. I can just click on the button that represents my current action. For example, when a new lead comes in, I will try to call. It's or the call was answered and I'm talking to the person, and then the system will ask me different questions that you as the business owner, those questions will be adjusted to your needs. We are asking those questions. And once you're answering those questions, you will be able to move to the next step. Or the call was not answered, and then the system will ask if you like to send a follow-up email, SMS and email, or no follow-up at all. And all those are automated based on your needs. Maybe it's a junk lead, or maybe a follow-up is required. And that will be in case that the person is answering, but you have no time to talk to me. So it will be, hey Lior, thank you for calling. I do need your services, but right now I'm going to drive, so I can't talk to you. Call me tomorrow. Then I will click on follow-up required. I will say when the follow-up is required. So let's say tomorrow, and then I will write here the reason, driving, call again. Just something that I will remember that I need to talk to this person. If I am able to talk to this person the following day, I will click here. I will have all the details in place, okay? And I will say here, like to do Botox, whatever. And then if they have insurance or not, date of birth, click on save. And this is how the system progressing. We have also a special questionnaires that will load into the system. The questionnaire will be, in this case, it will be like for MediSpa. Someone that likes to come for laser hair removal. So there are different questions that need to be asked. This questionnaire will send the client all the questions. They will send it back again. And based on the questionnaire, you know if you want to progress it to an opportunity or kill it at the same time. Because sometimes there are, let's say, hormonal problems or something that you don't want to deal with these specific patients, or maybe skin type, or maybe it's not working with your existing machine. In any case, the questionnaire can solve you lots of pain, and I see it as a qualification process. Next, let's proceed to the contacts. The contacts will be everyone that are in your system. It might be patients, it might be referrals, might be something else, and that will be like a phone book. Whenever you look at a patient, okay, a contact, you will see all the opportunities that are related to this person. You will see the details, phone number, marketing, where he came from, access to a folder that you can see all the files and pictures and videos that was shared or communicated with him. You will have a full text system that you can send and receive text messages, everything from this system. Next, you have the opportunities. Those will be all the opportunities that I need to take care of today. It might be meetings that were scheduled from the website. It might be people that are already in connection with us, people that are in consultation process, people that are in treatment process. Everyone that are in the process will be on this screen. Let me just push this opportunity. We'll create a new one. Call this Botox. Okay, Botox opportunity, and we'll just select one of the patients and we'll click on save. So now you can see that the system is proposing the next steps. For example, book a consultation appointment or consultation appointment not required. In some cases, you will have existing clients. They don't need consultation. They're just coming for a treatment. In that case, you will click on consultation is not required, and then they will go automatically to the treatment phase. In this case, let's assume that it's a new client. I will book a consultation appointment. Okay, and now here you will have two options. One, that the person, let's say, not showing up, he don't want to come anymore. Then you will click on close lost, and the system will ask what is the reason. And you will have consultation appointment booked. In this case, you will be progressed to the next step, to the consultation date. In the consultation date, you might have a few options that the person is late to the consultation. And if you click on this button, this person will receive an email or text message that will say that you are late. Do you want us to wait for you or you want to reschedule? Maybe it's a no-show, and then you will have the option to reschedule, or maybe completely lose this deal because this person is a no-show multiple times, or the consultation appointment conducted and you are ready to the next step. In case that you're ready for the next step, you can click here and then it will take you to the next step, which is or sending a proposal. Let's say if it's a plastic surgery, you probably need a proposal and a longer process to close this deal versus Botox or laser or hair removal or something small, and those usually being done immediately on the spot and you can just finish the treatment. We can have a few things about creating the appointments, which that was the previous step. If we click on Book Calendly Event, you can see that from the CRM, I can select the doctor that I like to book the appointment to. I can see different types of appointments, let's say 30 minutes breast ultrasound or laser removal session or big area laser removal, small area. All those will be represented by time. And if I will click on book event, the system will check the calendar of the doctor and will book appointment only in the right spots, the places that I actually have availability. This is a very nice system because we don't need to check too many calendars at the same time, and it can all be done from the CRM. So it's a nice system. Let's go and click on consultation appointment conducted. At that point, we click and we need to list what kind of treatments we like this person to do, or this is what we recommend them to do. So let's say that I have here laser removal for this purpose, and I will have here the start time. So let's say it will be in a few days, no anesthesia required, no facility required, and that's, let's say, $1,000. Okay, so let's say that will be $0, and now the fees are $1,000. If I will click on update opportunity, the system will be updated with this specific deal. So you can see here on the bottom that I have here the treatment, everything is in place. Next, I can create a proposal. So I can click on create a proposal. On the right side, I will have here the ABR, generate PandaDoc proposal. If I will click on that, it will push all the details to PandaDoc. It will load it into a template of my choosing, and you can see that I have here everything that I need. In this case, obviously, we have only one template because it's a demo system. For skin rejuvenation, you can have a different template for every service. Okay, so this is the way to go. You can go over it. You can see if everything is good, and then you can send this proposal to the client for signature. We can also have a notification on the system that once a week it will ask the patient to sign the proposal. So all that will be done automatically. Let's get some questions before we proceed. Okay, so question, you working with the doc. Okay, so the question is if we can have another proposal system except of PandaDoc. Yes, as long as the system will have APIs, so we can communicate between our system and their system, we can do it as well, no problem at all. When the proposal is signed, can you produce any? Yes, so whenever the proposal is sent, we can also customize it. So we will create an invoice on a bookkeeping system like QuickBooks or Zoho Books or whatever. We can generate an invoice when this is done, when the proposal is signed. No problem at all. Okay, no more questions. Okay, let's proceed. When the proposal is sent, we can go to the next step, and then or the proposal was approved, or there is a call attempt that we're trying to call this person and try to close the deal. In this case, let's go with proposal approved. In that case, I need to verify manually that I saw a signed proposal, even though we can verify that the proposal was signed. I do want people to do it manually. If you don't want this step, I can remove it, and then that can be done automatically for you. In my case, because we are usually dealing with big amounts, I like to know someone that is verifying it. I want to know if down payment was received. I want to know how it was received. I want to know if it's a one treatment, as an example, plastic surgery, multiple treatments such as Botox, or maybe breast reconstruction treatment, or maybe some kind of a package such as laser removal. And let's write here 5 treatments as a package. Okay. Next, I can book the appointment. So the first step was a consultation to try to sell the service. Now that the service is sold and we know exactly what we sold, we can go ahead and we can book the appointment to the treatment. So everything is under the opportunity. The entire step from consultation all the way to treatment done. Integrating with EMR, yeah. So the question is if we're integrating with any EMR systems, and yes, we are. We're integrating right now with Dr. Chrono, which is a very common EMR. And if you have any other need, we can integrate as long as they have API and they are willing to cooperate with us. So from our side, there is no problem to integrate with any EMR as long as the other side will have APIs and they are willing to work with us. So absolutely yes. Okay, so let's proceed with treatment booked. And now, in some cases, we will need to send an automated email with the pre and post treatment instructions, what to do before the procedure, after the procedure. And in this case, let's say yes. We can also send this specific email template based on the procedure. So if it's, let's say, breast augmentation, we'll have different instructions than laser removal, obviously. Sometimes I like to take pictures before and after. For example, laser removal, you do need to take a picture of the area before and after, or before for sure. So that's important. And again, if there was insurance involved or not. If it's yes, we can ask for the insurance details, whatever you need, the company, the carrier, and so on. So it's up to you. All those fields can be changed. It's also important to say that the entire system that I'm showing you, it's a base to whatever you need. We're not selling you a template. We are selling you a quick start. So in about a week, your system will be up and running. And from that moment, you can evolve your system in any way that you like. So it's not a template that you are bound into a vertical, that you are doing only what I think you need to do. The idea is to give you something that is about 80%, 90% of what you need, and the other 10, 20%, we can do it for you and we can customize it to whatever you want. Okay, so it's really a quick start versus a template. Also, financially, it costs almost nothing relatively to a full customized system. Also the time, which instead of 6 months, it will be a week. Whenever the treatment is booked is or the patient showed up, or the patient is late, or no show, in all those cases, there will be different automations that will run in the background. Let's go with patient showed up. We need to see if payment was received, if the consent was signed, and then let's click on yes. Now, if the patient showed up and then the consent was signed, everything is good, he can go into the treatment. And if the treatment was conducted, now I will have the phone follow-up in case that I need to follow up with the patient for some kind of any reason, a problem, or maybe just to see what's going on, or maybe keep the relationship. Book an appointment in case that I need another or physical follow-up or another treatment, or full payment, and that will basically conclude the deal. In case that I'm going with the full payment, I need to mention that the full payment was received. Without it, I cannot really close the deal. And that's also making sure that you're not losing money on opportunities. In some cases with insurance, you will have the deal as full payment was not received. And then you are basically stuck on this step until you're getting paid. Hopefully, with insurance, you can never know. And then the last step is the close one. The close one basically means I got paid, treatment was provided, everybody's happy, it's all good. And then that will close the deal. Except the system that I just showed you. Together with the license, there is a full accounting system that you can use. There is a website chat that you can use, a full marketing and campaign system that you can use, an email system that you can use, an internal communication system, project system, and so on. There are lots and lots of, about 55 business applications that you can use. What I showed you so far, it's only the CRM, only one part, okay? So this is really our system. There is an obviously monthly fee to our system, and there is also a setup fee. We are providing a free trial. So let's say that you like the system, you will pay a few $1,000s for the setup fee. And if for some reason you don't like what we gave you, you have 30 days to get your money back. During that free trial, we are going to provide you education, installation of the system, onboarding, load your data on the system. We are going to do all that for you. And again, if after we implement the system and you will work with the system, you will have about 2 weeks to work with the system, because some of the month we need to work on the system. You will have about 14 days to work on the system. If you don't like it for some reason, you're getting all your money back. And even though we put lots of development hours and onboarding and training and education, all that, you still get your money back, and we're out of the deal with nothing. Okay, so you have zero risk with this deal. We have a bunch of chats here and questions. The time is up, but let me go over each one of them and I will get back to you personally. You can also go to our website, MediCRM.ai, and you can communicate with us or have a one-on-one demo from the system. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate you for coming to this session. Thank you.